Hello, everyone, and this is William Armstrong here with a public service announcement. In 3, 2, 1, attention. On January 14th, 2020, Microsoft Windows 7 will no longer get security updates, and Microsoft Security Essentials will stop working on Windows 7 in 2020 entirely. Windows 7 came out in 2009, and after 10 years, Windows 7 is reaching its end of life. So from now, which is from from the middle of December 2019 all the way to January 14th, 2020, you still have a little bit of time to upgrade to Windows 10 or jump to a different operating system because Windows 7 is automatically going to go end of life after then and on the day of January 14th. And Microsoft's going to display a full screen prompt saying you are using a Windows operating system is no longer supported. That means no technical support, no security updates. Microsoft Security Essentials won't update in 2020 due to Windows 7 being at end of life then. My only guess is that Windows 7, there may be a Windows 7 apocalypse, just like with Windows XP back in April 2014, where Windows XP went out of date back then in 2014, where Windows XP stopped getting updates, security updates altogether. So I feel like there may be a Windows 7 apocalypse coming up soon. So while you still have the time, you can either you can try Linux, Chrome OS, Mac OS, or Windows 10. Those are your four choices. Those are the only four choices. Either if you're on Windows 7, you can still upgrade to Windows 10. I repeat, you can still upgrade to Windows 10 as long as you have a legitimate Windows 7 license key, or buy a new PC with Windows 10 on it. Or if you simply can't afford the ability to get a new computer or buy Windows 10, you can use Linux, the Linux operating system like Ubuntu, Xubuntu, and Lubuntu as an alternative, or Debian Linux as an alternative to get around running the risk of using a out-of-date Windows 7 on the internet due to that Windows 7 is going to become vulnerable for cyber attacks and cyber criminals to infect Windows 7 machines after January 14th. And the fact that in 2020, by December 31st, 2020, which is next year, Adobe Flash Player will completely stop being supported and updated by Adobe for two reasons. One, Adobe Flash Player is a security nightmare, a security hellhole, excuse my language. Two, Adobe Flash Player has came out more than little over a decade. It came out in early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, and Adobe Flash Player has been slow to get updates on a periodic basis, and the Adobe Flash Player, at a consequence, has threatened people's security on their computers using Flash Player plugins. It's basically threatened to downgrade and lower security due to cyber criminals writing Adobe Flash exploit kits to infect people's Windows computers with malware. So, this is William Armstrong signing out, and I will see you next time. Bye bye. And I hate Adobe Flash because I'm born in the 90s, and I remember Adobe Flash Player in the early 2000s, all the way from 2000 to 2005, and it was a complete hellhole then, meaning that it was riddled with security problems, and it would cause people's computers to get infected if they visit a website that has a Flash exploit kit secretly implanted in the site that's a booby-trapped site to infect people with the Flash exploit kit. So this is William Armstrong signing out, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.